Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans here with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is just down below here, where you give streamer permission. Just remember that this is part of a live. So if I am talking with different people and that part kind of annoys you, all you have to do is basically just watch it on a replay, and then you can scoot on by that parts as well. But remember, throughout the video, they may have different questions, and at that point, I will answer those questions. So you might have those questions yourself. In any event, welcome to my Now What series. This is where I pick something from your stamp studio or your stamp room, and I show you a way that you can use it, or I might just show you just something that you already know, but just something to really add to it, add to the product itself. Now, originally I thought I was going to use something from the new mini catalog, but today I thought, oh, I will use something from the new catalog, but the product is not there. So have you got your new catalog? It's live today. And what the stamp set or the bundle that we're going to be using is this trusty tools, and I'm really looking forward to playing with that. And but we're going to use the stamp set more than what I've done in the past. In the past, I've just used the designer series paper, which is part of a celebration. And talking about celebration, check out this mat. This mat, if you do join my team or any demonstrators team at that point, you can get this mat for free or take the option and just get an extra $30–40 worth of stuff. I think it's about $37 or 30 some odd dollars worth of stuff. So lots of good options for you. Just remember, there's so many different uses for this particular glass mat. I might even be stamping on it. One thing, I always go through an awful lot of grid paper. This way I can stamp directly on here and just wipe it off. It also comes with this silicone mat, which honestly I don't use. I haven't really used that much, but I like the fact I can place things on there and it doesn't get really, really noisy on there. Hello, Pam, and hello, Lorraine, and hello, Marjorie. Nice to see you. And like I say, I'm pretty excited about being able to use this trusty toolkit tools with there's nothing nicer, but this card does not necessarily have to be a masculine card that I'm going to attempt to do today. Now, my big feature is these Stampin' Spots. A lot of people go, oh yeah, well, I can get these Stampin' Spots and I can color them. I can do whatever with them. But there's a lot of other techniques. Hello, Tracy and Janet. There's a lot of different techniques that you can use with this as well. Plus also, it gets to use your re-inker as well. So I'm going to show you what you can do with this and this particular stamp set. So one thing, I have this one is already inked up. This one actually came with a paper pumpkin. So who has paper pumpkin and has all these spots in there? This happens to be Pool Party, because always on the bottom of mine, I put a round ring to let me know what the color is. So I have that. And they also, and I got to show you this. This is kind of cool because they fit right in this part here. You can't really see that because of that one thing, but see how they fit right in there, right into this part of the silicone tray that's there. But I'm just going to move that up there. Now, this one is Blueberry Bushel, but I think it needs re-inking. So I'm going to come and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to re-ink them. You have, this is my re-inker, and I'm going to just go like this. And normally I would go right to the end, but there's a reason why I don't want to go right to the end on this particular one. These are like the old stamp pads that we used to have. So they're like a canvas in there. And so consequently, they have a lot more, they absorb it a little bit different than the foam ones. Now, I did put that on this side, and I want to mark that. And you'll see why in just a second, why I'm doing this way. I want that marked, that's the side that I put that ink on. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to re-ink another one that's blank, and I'm going to do it Granny Apple Green. Hello. Oh, I just want to welcome Pam today. She joined my team today, so I'm very excited about that. And Felicia, you've got lots of these. That's good. Okay, so I am just going to come here. These are great for traveling, but I'm going to show you, and actually there's quite a few different techniques that you can do with this. Maybe I should do one of my techniques. So we just want this. I don't want it all the way to the end. I can turn around and fix that afterwards, but I just didn't want it to the end. Now, another thing that's very important with these particular ones is that you turn your stamp pads down. And by turning them down, now what I would do is I would take my Granny Apple Green and I would take some sort of a circle and I would stick it on there. And then that way I would know that that's Granny Apple Green. All right. So we're going to do this. So I've got a card kind of in mind, and I'm going to hope that it does turn out. It should turn out. And I put this down here because this is tending to have quite a glare on there, and I didn't want it to have a glare. So I'm just going to actually go down here and just put this here. And it's just because of the videos and that sort of stuff. And I'm going to just come in and use some tape, easy replaceable tape on there. That just takes that, well, that's not going to work, is it? That just takes that glare off. I'm probably going to have to do that down differently. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Okay, so we're just going to just leave that off is what we're going to do. All right, so I have some different colors here. I've got the blueberry bushel. I thought I'd use that as the base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's just go in and get a good score line on there. And I know there was a bone folder there this morning. Here we go. Those are one of those things that you have lots of, but well, I have lots of them. All right, so that's our bone folder. And then what I want to do is I also have a piece. This happens to be Coastal Cabana, and I used the painted texture embossing folder. And now that I'm thinking of that, I'm hoping that this is not retired. Lorraine, I was wondering if maybe you could go check that out. Hello, Dolores. Anyway, so I went and I ran it through, and I'm pretty sure that this is still available. I thought it was kind of appropriate because I'm actually going to use this paintbrush. These are the dies that come with this trusty tools, and they have some amazing different pieces on there. All right, so then I have a piece that happens to be, now, you know what? I was going to cut this a little bit smaller than what this is. So I think I'll come in with my trimmer is what I want to do and cut that off just a bit more so that that part shows. Let me just grab that and just take it off. So this piece is actually, oh dear, it's 4 3/4 by 3.5, and that's going to show a tiny bit of that embossing. Hello, Lila. So that's just like that. And then I thought I'd go, you're the most awesome. That doesn't even sound like good English, does it? But in any event, we're going to do that. And I am going to stamp this in Memento. Or, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe what I should do is kind of pick up a color from the other. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to pick that up. So I just come in with my, whoops. Oh, good heavens. All right. So let me just put this back on here. Now I'm thinking I could use the Calypso Coral or Coastal Cabana, or I could use the Blueberry Bushel. And maybe at this point, I'm going to use the Blueberry Bushel. Let's see. Yes, I think I will. So I'll come in with some Blueberry Bushel on here. And at this point, I could use that spot. I wouldn't have to use this, right? Ah, perfect. Thanks, Lorraine. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello, Denise. Happy New Year to you as well. I have to say, I came home from Winnipeg with a cold and no voice. I'm lucky that I've been babying my voice and I didn't strain it too much. Usually what happens is I turn around and strain my voice and then I haven't got anything afterwards where it goes whatever. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to put this, you're the most awesome. Still don't think that's really good English. Oh, I know you're trying to convince yourself that you don't need this bundle. I have to tell you, you can make this into a female card, as a female stamp or bundle as well. Think of it this way. You do all the handles in pink and oh, I think it'd be a great card for whatever. All right. So then the one I'm taking here is this paintbrush. And see, we could take this and stamp inside there. And then this is for the tip of the paintbrush. That's what kind of gave me the idea for this. And I don't know. We'll see. Well, yeah, we kept passing it around. We were all of us were very stubborn. We didn't want to let the next person down. I think mine broke after I went to that Thermia that was there in, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, put this about there. And that's going to stamp on there. And we're just going to clean that off. You notice I'm just going to bring this one about there. And then this one's going to go down about here. So we're kind of getting them about even on all of those sides. And you know, I should have had a wet cloth with this, or I'm so funny. I don't want to get my chamois that comes with this mat. I don't want to get it dirty. All right, so we have this like this. We've got it good and dry. And now what we want to do, this is where this part comes in, like I showed you with the re-inkers. So now this one is like this. So I'm just going to take this, and remember what I want to do is just do this like this. And now I've got paint, right? And remember I marked on a certain side that I had colored that on. So I just want to go, and I don't have that much on this side. And then I went ahead and colored this Granny Apple green. And then I'm just going to bring that down. There we go, just like that. So there, that's given us sort of some paint. But of course, we've got to kind of turn around and actually use and do something with this. Now, I could have just left this like that, but I thought, well, let's go and stamp them and cut them out. So I've kind of pre-done some of the coloring on there. So I want to pop those up so it looks like the brushes are up a little bit further. But I need to come in, and I don't know if this is the right color or not. Yeah. So we're just going to come down here, and I'm doing the actual bristles on the brush in Pecan Pie. And I've done this in, and I'll show you because I'm going to actually turn around and do one of these. Now, we don't have Coastal Cabana, so I'm coming in with my Pool Party. And then that's going to go right about there. And we'll end up taking that off. This is in the blueberry bushel. Whoops, wrong color. So we're just going to go like this. Whoops. And there, that's going to go right about there. And then I'll show you how I did color this. So I'm not a big wild wheat fan, but wild wheat works great for this handle. So I'm just going to come in with wild wheat. And I'm just using the light wild wheat. Paintbrushes always have such ugly colored handles anyways. I think they're either a black, this sort of color, or a red. I didn't want to do the red because I thought it was going to clash with there. All right. Then we're going to use my favorite gray, which is the gray granite. Because I find the smoky slate is just, and this is the metal part on your brush, or plastic, I guess some of them could be, depending where you buy them from. We'll go with that pecan pie and just put some of that. Whoops. We need to have the granny apple green. So I need to come in with my granny apple green. And we're going to have the paint on the bottom of this brush. Just there. And then just come in with the pecan pie. All right. So it just gives you an idea of what to do with it. This, like I say, could be something else. I'm going to hopefully do something else that's going to make it turn out okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop these up because I think it looks kind of flat that way. So I'm just going to come in with my dimensionals and we'll pop these up. And of course, then now what I can do is I can turn around and just trim off the excess parts on here. So see how that's got the green on there. We can bring this brush down just a little bit too. Now, if you wanted to, which I probably should do, is where this is, and I think I will do that, is, let me just get this on here. And like I say, I guess you could do some punny sort of expressions on there as well. That might be okay to do. Oh, this is all the way up. All right, so let's just take these off. And I think I need my Take Your Pick tool because I'm not doing very well getting these off. Okay, so this one's just going to go straight there. And you know what? I think at this point what I can do is I'm going to cut this part off, the white that was around the die part, because I want that paint to go right down to the paint. There we go. So it looks like it was dipped in there. Let's just put this here. Yes, wild wheat and gold. And wild wheat and actually Night of Navy is really nice together as well. And also the Misty Moonlight. Geez, that's one color I haven't used in a bit, is the Misty Moonlight. All right, so we've got to cut this end off. So we'll just like this. Just going to bring that up there. Oops. And you know what? I'm going to color that right down to the bottom so it doesn't look like we have no paint on there. Like so. Kind of a messy looking card. But it'll look okay once it's done. All right, and again, we're going to take this off. Now, it's really too bad that we didn't have, I don't have the dark pool party, because it would be better. I'm going to go on again and try just a bit more on here. There we go. And maybe when I kind of looked at this, I thought maybe yellow would have been better than that Granny Apple Green, but I love how the Granny Apple Green looks with the these two colors that I have. Oh, thanks, Claire. Okay. Oh, thanks, Kay. All right, so that's going to go on there like that, and then this is going to go on there. Now, we need to also do something on the inside. Now, you see, I kind of did this here, and maybe I would have been better with the yellow, but I was kind of thinking that it should be okay. Now, what I'm going to do is just put this, one of these paint brushes on the inside. And we probably should just paint that. We should just color that. I really like that wild wheat on, it's looking like I need to replace my gray granite. I use it a lot. I don't use the smoky slate that much at all. Let's come in here and do this. Painting is messy. Oh, Lorraine, you're such a, you think of everything. Oh my goodness. I would have paint all over me. Now, I know there's stamps out there that are splotchy. Anybody name any that are splotchy? I know what used to be. Let's get that bit of a, what's got the splotches on them? Or I'm just going to actually turn around and just do splotches myself on them. Okay, so that. Now, we're thinking of paint, so I'm thinking to myself, I would love to be able to use, we don't have that color. Let's try the Granny Apple Green, I guess. So I'm just going to come in with my blend, and let's see what it's going to look like when I do it on the other side. There we go. That'll work. All right, so I am really a messy painter. So I'm just taking my blend and doing that. That's the inside. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, excuse. Well, at least I'm not coughing. Yes. And you know what? I do want a tiny bit of that Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to actually come in with my marker and see if I can use some of that on there as well. There. And see, you can see it's quite splotty. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I try to stifle my sneezes and it doesn't work very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this card together. So this can go here. You know, I'm trying to think who would appreciate this card. I know I would, because I am probably the messiest painter going. I'd rather not paint, that is for sure. This is just going to go there. Now, what would have been good too, maybe for more room, is to do it down this way. But yeah, that's using our Stampin Spots. And remember that just mark them with the color onto the back. So let's go ahead and put this on here. Oh, your hubby would appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of think that I should. I know my daughter-in-law and granddaughter were repainting her room, so there goes my voice again. And let's just put that in there. And I am going to put some embellishments on here. There we go. So So that's just going to go on the inside like that. There we go. So like I say, that's where we use our Stampin' Spots. You can get the blank Stampin' Spots. There's 5 to a package. Kind of excited because I'm going to be using those for something coming up. Okay, then these tinsel gems that are the 4-pack have, there's Lost Lagoon, Blueberry Bushel. They have the Berry Burst, and they also have Lemon Lime Twist on there. So I'm going to see which ones look the best. Let's see. It's realistic. Well, it is messy. So do we want to put Blueberry Bushel on there? Let's take a look. Whoops. It does have the Blueberry Bushel there. Or do we want to use this Lemon Lime Twist on there? You know, I could use all different colors. Let's see. You know, I've been getting cards from Swaps, and they have all these different colors on there, and I'm quite shocked that they do that. Plain splatters. Thanks. You didn't get the stamp set. To me, it's a great, I grab almost any kind of a stamp set that I can that will do, that makes, be kind of neat. I wonder, what do you think? Should I do them all the same color? Maybe it would look better. Let's just take a boo and see what you think. Yeah, that probably looks a little bit better. All right, so there we go. So that's us using our re-inkers, or I mean our spots, where we've used our re-inker to fill up the spots. And then use this fantastic trusty tools with this. And I use the die cuts to actually even cut out my brushes. But what a messy card. But what a fun card. Blueberry Bushel. There you go. Well, only one person said it, so we'll go from there, right? Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing it. It's kind of fun to make a messy card, that's for sure. Now, one other thing, I will be live on Saturday at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Oh my goodness, where am I? I will be live at 10 o'clock Pacific time doing a card sketch number 190. Oh my goodness, you guys. That's kind of a fun thing. I can't believe we're already at 190. Another thing is I've got my class on Sundays, so I got to get this room cleaned up. Oh my goodness, you guys, you do not leave a room this messy. But it was very creative before I left. Awesome, you guys. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, just reach out with that. Oh, that's a great idea. Change the sentiment, Felicia. She says it would be a great card for a new home. And it would. Yeah, it definitely would. It could be welcome. Yeah, great card. Good thinking. I wish I had thought of that. In any event, yeah, and if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Don't forget about the join package, this awesome, awesome glass mat. It is amazing. I think anybody that gets it is going to love it. I would love to have it in my whole craft room for everybody when they do come. So yes. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.